There we are. I think we're on. Are we on? If so, give us a thumbs up as usual, or type something in or whatever. I just had a slight tea crisis. Left me tea in the kitchen. That wasn't clever, was it? Let's see. How are we working? Evening Peter. Evening Paul. Evening the other Peter. We're getting a few thumbs. That looks good. We're working then. Oh, looks a bit glitchy my end though. Is it coming through all right that end? Looks a bit stuttery on my end. I don't know why. Anyway, we'll hope it's all right and carry on regardless, shall we? Yeah. It says excellent connection, so it must be all right, I think. Anyway. Yeah, hopefully you've all got the hang of the new website by now and it's behaving itself. And I think we're over those sort of login problems. I've left the message on the homepage there just in case anyone's still having trouble. It seemed to be mobiles were the thing that would be in the real pain for some reason. They seem to like caching pages more than computers. I don't know why. Just something to do with how mobile networks work, I think. Bit of a pain, but there we are. Hopefully we're over all that now. So I've got a bit more stuff listed today. I've been doing videos of all the machines. So if we go over to the machines page, there's a couple more Barn Fresh Bandits have come in, which actually work fine. This one was locked. This Aristocrat, so I had to drill the lock out, and it was rock solid grease. So I'll give it a liberal. I've put in the description here, liberal squirting a WD-40, which is not really the thing to do, I know, but just to see if it was all complete and working, and it is. You'll see it in the video, it is running. But obviously it really wants the stripping down and cleaning and greasing up properly. Otherwise it's all right, actually. And then we've got another one of these Buckinghams. In that one goes okay as well, as you'll see. Then the Retriever. It's fun trying to video that without getting in the way of the video camera. You can probably see the reflection of my bald bonce in the window if you look carefully. The two Seegers, the win and lose, and the darts. So there's videos of all those on there now for you to have a perusal of. If you need any more details of any of them, let me know. I think, if I remember right, I didn't actually put much of a description down on the Retriever, no, for some reason. I think I listed it in a hurry when it came in, just for the sake of listing it, as it were. What you need to know, I think, for the video, it's all working, it's all nice. Old penny, locks, keys. Yeah, what more can you say, really? What was I going to say about the darts? Did I make... no, you'll see it kind of looks all these little dots. It's actually in a paint effect. It's like gold splattered paint. It almost kind of looks like it's full of woodworm, which it isn't. But I think you can probably see in the video when I did the sort of tilt the camera up and down a bit. It is a bit more. You can see better. Yeah, you can see there's obviously these paint splashes. Oops, especially if I get rid of that bit. And not woodworm holes. So just in case you thought that doesn't look very healthy, it's fine, works all right. And then I put a few signs on as well up here. They've been hanging around for a while. Now I've got this sign bit working. Arcade signs and some fairground stuff to put on as well, which I haven't done yet. That's this weekend project really, to get cracking on the fairgroundy stuff. What else have new? Just a few more spares. A few more coins. Another Indian head. It's the last of those Indian heads, so if you've missed them before and you need one, make sure you stick an offer on this one because it's the last one I've got. There's another Jennings cash box. A few springs and bits and bobs. So yeah, have a look for all those. So this weekend I am going to hopefully try and make some space outside, because here for the past week or two. I've seen there's a big heap of fairground stuff in the yard. So I want to try and empty one of the sheds to get it all in, get it photographed and up on the site, and then try and we can get that sold hopefully. So I'm around all weekend. If you want to come and pick stuff up, drop stuff off, come and have a look at anything that's for sale. Carrier is coming again next on the 22nd, I believe. And his details are up on the help pages if you need them, here under shipping. His phone number and email there, so give him a shout. He's coming now pretty regularly, once about every 2 weeks or so. And he can either bring stuff to us if you want to sell stuff, if you're away, or obviously ship stuff back to you that you've bought, or if you're really clever, both while he's dropping stuff off. If you bought, you can send some stuff back with him again to drop off next time, so it should work quite well hopefully. With people who are a bit too far away to come in person. So that's that. What else have we been up to? Carrier, yeah, I've been speaking to Pete Williamson about, we've mentioned before about doing a bit of a social event type thing of some description or other. So we're on with that. To do at Peter's at Merivale, which somewhere I'll put the website here. If I click the right button, there we are. I'll put a link in as well. Those of you who haven't seen his new website yet, let me plonk the link in here. Paste, there we go. So at the moment we're sort of touring with possibly Sunday 21st of November, but we'll have a think on that and confirm it in due course. But if you fancy coming, just sort of pencil that in for the moment. And we'll see what we can do, have a bit of a get together. A chit chat and a cup of tea, look around the arcade. If there's anything particularly interesting for sale that week, I can perhaps bring that up with me. You can have a look at that. We'll try and drag Roger out with some spare parts. I'm sure he's got a few springs and things he can sell us. And yeah, just to be nice to get together with people again who we haven't seen for a while, and look at some stuff, chew the fat as it were. And if it works, then hopefully some other people up and down the country, different areas who've got museums, collections, barns full of stuff, whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that's open to the public. There's plenty of private collections around. So it'd be nice to use this one as an experiment, see if people are interested, and then perhaps we can find some more people, different parts of the country, and make it a relatively regular thing. It'd be nice to go somewhere, once every month or two. So yeah, we're working on that. I'll keep you posted, obviously, in the next few days when we've got it firmed up. You want to make sure nothing else clashes that weekend. Obviously, I don't think it does. So we'll see how it goes. So that's that. What else have I been working on? Horror stuff in the background to get that ready to sell. I haven't put a button up here yet on the website. Let me go back to the website. Here we are. But I will do in due course. Paul says he'll be up for that. That's good. Somebody I was speaking to a couple of days ago, 3 or 4 days ago now, actually, about the idea. Said all about trying to organise, like, car sharing type thing from different areas as well. I'm happy to try and facilitate in the middle as well. I don't know at the moment, people are concerned about the whole COVID thing and all that palaver, whether they'd want to do it particularly. So I'm not sure it's something we should try and push people into doing too much. But if anybody wants to volunteer, if they're coming from an area and got a spare seat in their car, then let me know. And obviously then we can let other people know. And you can share the fuel cost or whatever, I'm sure. Yes, so horror stuff for the auction of horror-y type kind of revamp thing. The stuff coming in. So I'll probably launch that Halloween Sunday. That sounds a bit logical, although I might be a bit busy. Because I've got a TV and Netflix job, which is really interesting, actually coming in for a couple of weeks. So I'm going to be tied up days from the 25th, working on that. So that middle weekend will be a bit tight for time. I think we want to do some night shoots as well. It's not really looking forward to, but I need the money, so I have to go and do some proper work now and again. So we'll see about that one. Then what else have I got to tell you? What I've been working on? Just really trying to reorganise all the old sale results of the other stuff. So all the slot machines are on there, as you've no doubt seen. If you scroll down to the bottom of the slot machines page, all sorted out into various categories and by maker. Although I need to twiddle this page, make it look a bit nicer in some point in the future, but it works for the moment. That's the main thing. So all the information is actually on the website now in the database for stuff like where everything we sold in the past, basically advertising stuff, automobilia, circus stuff, film posters, old radios, all that kind of gear. I've just got to spend the time now making the equivalent, equivalent kind of sections, like for the coin up section, etc., to pull that information together. So that might be something to sit in the hotel rooms while I'm down at Shepperton of an evening and do, I suspect, and try and get these other pages up. And then we can see what else we can sell. Sell like vintage toys and stuff, automobilia stuff, all that kind of gear. The stuff here that's got to go anyway. All sorts of random stuff Mum accumulated over the years in the sheds that needs to go. So that'll be a good start, if nothing else. And there'll be some bargains there, I'm sure, to be had. I'm coming across stuff that I sold 20 years ago that's still got auction tickets on. And I don't know why she bought it then, so hey ho. It's all good fun and it'll be a bargain for somebody, I'm sure. So yeah, anybody had any other issues with the website since we last spoke, let me know. I think everything is running now as it should be. There's a few things I know about I've got to tweak, like for instance, just text stuff really. So like here on the coin op page, you go to the bottom and it says find machines by manufacturer. You'll see if you go to the books section, for example, it also says find machines by manufacturer. And what it should say is find books by author or something, because it goes to the authors, and it should obviously say written by and not made by. So that's a thing I know about. I just haven't got around to fixing it yet because it's kind of relatively trivial. But it's on my list of jobs to do. The message is all working, the accounts thing is working. Your buying and selling pages there working properly, the wanted page. And then the cup of tea pages is, like it says, is a work in progress. I've got a few ideas for that. We'll stick these info on here about the what we're going to call it, Great Yarmouth Get Together or something in due course. And we'll work out what we're going to do with how we're going to ticket it or something, just to keep a tally of the numbers. So we don't get, you know, accosted by the COVID police or something daft like that. I'm sure it'll be fine. So yeah, all good at the moment. Let's go back to the new stuff. There's nothing ending this week because of that week off, obviously, when the website was down being rebuilt. But from next Sunday, this page will always be full every week of the latest stuff that's selling each Sunday. So there we are. Any questions of anybody? Any questions? Any comments? Any bright ideas? Let me know. And we'll go from there. And we'll see. I don't know if Peter's going to have Bimbo finished. I suspect not by middle of November. I don't know. The monkeys are away at the moment, being tweaked, I believe. So I'm not sure Bimbo will be back in time, but we never know. Might be. Peter says, working fine. The only trouble is logging in on my phone, but now okay. Sometimes have to try 3 times, but always get in. Yeah, I don't know. All these caches should just clear themselves over a few days. It does seem to be a bit varied. Mine are all working fine. But it does seem phones have been the worst from talking to people for some reason. It seems to sort itself out. I think it's just because of you know, your mobile is using up your mobile data all the time. They tend to cache things longer, so they temporarily store the pages before they go back to the web server and ask for a new copy. So hence on the phones you often have got an old version. So although it might look like the new website, these new website pages have been rebuilt dozens of times as I've been tweaking things and changing things in the background. So although you may get a page that looks like this nice new page, it might be this version several versions back still, but it will catch up. It just depends how long your thing caches it for. So hopefully it will be okay soon. Peter Cousin says, still getting logged out 2 or 3 times a day, phone and tablet, all caches cleared. Yeah, I've still got the main server caching turned off, which might, that will affect your keep signed in thing. Because from my end, I'm doing what I can to try and clear all the caches down the line as well. So I'll perhaps turn that back on again next week, and hopefully that will sort that problem out. But at least you can get in, that's the thing. Even if you happen to be keep signing in, it's better than not being able to get in at all. So sorry about that. These things are just beyond my control, really. But it will all settle down again, I'm sure. It's just, yeah, if I realised it was going to be that much trouble to start with, I'd have obviously let everybody know and said just leave it for 2 or 3 days or something, and not try to have done it as a rolling kind of update, as it were. But never mind, we live and learn. Hopefully I never have to do another major rebuild, but if I do, I'll know for next time. We'll just have a week off, and I'll just put a pretty picture up for a week or something, build the website in the background, and then we can all come back a week later to a nice new shiny one. But hey ho, we live and learn, as they say. Yeah. So the stuff here, there's quite a pile of stuff here that people have bought because they're not able to get here to collect. But I'd say this weekend is good. The fuel situation around here, around Cambridge, seems to be pretty much okay again now, fortunately. I've been able to get some. And I think most petrol stations are back open again and queues are back to relatively normal. So that's good. I think we were sort of the last in the country to catch up with that. As far as I know, everywhere else is okay now as well. So it's safe to venture back to Cambridgeshire again and not worry that you're not going to get any fuel. Next week, I may well be, I'm planning to be in Leamington, possibly late Monday and early Tuesday morning. I'm not entirely sure, but if you want to collect from Leamington or drop anything off, let me know and we'll stay in touch and sort it out. But that's what the plan at the minute. Late Monday and or early Tuesday. And I'll be back to Cambridge again. David says, finally got in then, had to go back to YouTube, and there you were. Well, there you go. Like a bad penny, I'm still here. I don't know why YouTube's been a pain tonight. It's not usually too bad, is it? But there we are. I think it's just the internet falling to bits. Peter says, Alan brought my stuff on time the other day. Great service. Yep, he is very good. He knows what he's doing, and yeah, looks after stuff. Well used to using shipping machines about the countryside. So yeah, hopefully we'll get on great with him. And as I say, because he's, you know, by just using one carrier, it makes a lot more sense and sense than getting bashed and crashed. It goes on his van, it stays on his van until it gets delivered to you. So that's the big difference, really. Instead of using, you know, one of the national carriers that are going from hub to hub to hub to hub, your machine is going on and off a van half a dozen times or before it gets to you sometimes. That's when damage occurs. As I said before, the trouble with machines is, I'm sure most of you know, you wrap a machine up and it's so heavy and such a big, bulky, lumpy thing that carriers just think they're indestructible. And I've seen they, you know, just tip them on, or, you know, bang an all-win over on its back, rather than leaving it stood up, right, and then the glass smashes and so that's why I'm very reluctant with those kind of carriers. I've got a few parcels to send out of bits. So if you're waiting for bits, I haven't done them yet because I've been doing everything else, but I will do. I'll perhaps try and do that tomorrow. Get some parcels wrapped up of parts and coins and bits and bobs that need to go out. So yeah, there we are. Just run here a little bit, see what else we've got for sale. These machines. There we go. There's another all-win at Leamington I know waiting for me to collect, so I'll get that back Tuesday or Wednesday when I go over. And there's a load of horror stuff coming in Tuesday as well for that sale I know of. I think there's some toys coming in possibly as well Tuesday. Pending getting the toy section up and running in the next few, I'd like to say the next few days, but next couple of weeks probably realistically. Certainly before Christmas, because I'm sure you will need some nice vintage toys for Christmas. So yeah, rolling along really. There's a load of circus programs here to go on, and there's a load of circus stuff to come in at some point, books and posters and programs and all that kind of gear for people who collect circus stuff. So that's another thing to work on. Then hopefully all these extra sections will bring back, again, a lot more people back. Like we always used to have, really. And that in turn, of course, just brings in more stuff, more buyers, and everything just works a lot better, really. More people to buy your stuff and more people to buy stuff from, which is what we all want, isn't it? So yeah. Any more for any more? So as I say, yeah, it does seem people are being able to log in okay. Albeit you might have to try a couple of times, but it's getting there. That's the main thing. At least no one's stuck and can't get in at all. So I am keeping a monitor on it as best I can from my end, but as I say, it's all, everyone's device works slightly differently. Everyone's on a different ISP, and there's so many variables, so many factors that to try and keep track of it all is a bit tricky, to put it mildly. David, you said late on Monday at the Elephant House. What time? If I go there, if I'm in Leamington Monday, I'll be there overnight, sort of thing. I'll be staying in Leamington overnight, so I would guess I'll get there probably mid-afternoon at a guess. Just stay in touch, sort of probably 3-ish or something at a guess, 2-ish, 3-ish. Yeah. should think. Then I've got some stuff to unload. But if you want to come later on in the evening, I'll be around. I can pop back to the Elephant House, not a problem. So yeah, just keep in touch on that one. It's sort of 99% definite, but just in case anything crops up over the weekend. But that's the intention at the moment. Yeah. So there we are. What else have I been thinking about? What I've been typing away. Yeah. Socially get-togethery thing. Film, that's still very much in the pipeline. Hopefully my new camera might arrive in the next week or so. And I can start having a play with that. Yeah. With a view to doing that, perhaps I'd like to get it done before Christmas. Or at least get it shot before Christmas. It'll take a while to edit it, but we'll see. We'll see how we get on with that one. What else I've got on my little notes here? Social Yarmouth, around the Netflix thing, carrier, website. Yeah, I think I've covered everything I need to my end. So yeah, there we are. Anybody, any other questions, comments, suggestions, problems, bright ideas? Ideas of places we could have a jolly, have a bit of a social get-together at. And that might be quite fun, I think. It is, as I said, well, concept really, but is the kind of the number one thing people say they miss about the auctions, funny enough. It's not so much the buying stuff, it's just getting people together and having a good old chat. And, you know, seeing people you don't see very often because everyone's all over the country. So that was always a meeting point in the middle, sort of once a month, which we've not been able to do for 2 years or whatever it's been. So yeah, hopefully it will work. People come out to play. David, I'll contact you Monday morning. We'll bring some bits of mine over, please. Yes. Yeah, remind me. Yeah, first thing Monday morning, because I'll be leaving Cambridge Monday morning. So I put stuff on the truck. Don't forget. Mr. Trefoil, ginger nuts. Ginger nuts. Okay, ginger nuts. You like ginger nuts? You have ginger nuts? You want ginger nuts? I'm intrigued now. Ginger nuts. Peter, any news on the Pelham puppets yet? Not specifically, but they will come, and they'll come this way soon. Ah, you missed the elephant ginger nuts. There we go. Well, I'm sure we can have some tea and biscuits up at Peter's in November. We have a jolly up there. We did get through a lot of biscuits at the Elephant House, yeah. Half the time to the locals, once they discovered they could get 3 cups of tea. Yeah, there used to be 1 or 2 regular locals would come in and snaffle a pocket full of biscuits. It's a bit pathetic, really, isn't it, for grown people, you know? There we are, whatever. So yes, ginger nuts, please, for Mr. Tree Frog. But yeah, it should be fun, I think. So we might be able to persuade one or two people to bring along a, I don't know, an unusual whatever to look at. They've got some nice machine to look at, or a sign, or a bit of fairground art, or a lump of carving, or something interesting to look at. That would be good. Pete says he can confirm the tea room will be fully open. Marvellous. Which of them? This will be at Berryvale in Yarmouth. So if you missed the link earlier, I'll stick the link on again. There we go. Then we can always do the other one another time if people like it. Can't have too much fun all in one day, can we? But I'm sure, yeah, there must be some other places we can go. We'll have to see. Let's see, yeah. I was just going to say something else and it's completely gone out of my mind. What were we talking about? Let me have a look back. Ginger nuts, tea rooms. Elephant House Monday, yeah, no, not that. Carrier, don't know what it was. Mine's gone blank. Oh, Pelham Puppets, yes, Pelham Puppets and Magic Roundabout Machine. Which is, who made that Magic Roundabout? Alka, isn't it? Alka. Alka? Alka. Yes. I found the other day when I was rummaging around things, talking of Alka, there was a sign somewhere. Somebody might know, Paul will know what it is, I should think. Let me see if I can find it again. Under the arcade signs, somewhere here, arcade signs, illuminated signs. There was a sign. It's actually a top flash off a machine when I went going for the photographs. I think it's this one. Yeah, Target UFO, Alka Electronics. So I presume Target UFO was some kind of shooting type machine. If anybody knows what it was, I'd be interested to find out. They might get a picture of it or something. And in due course, I'll move it and make a machine page for it. But I don't know what it was. So anybody who knows what a Target UFO was, let me know. Can you do one down here where we are civilized? I could do, yeah, if we can find somewhere. Yeah, definitely. Have a think. If you can think of someone who's got a collection of some sort. I'd say it doesn't necessarily have to be like a an open to the public museum collection, but perhaps someone's got a interesting collection or barn full of stuff or something slot machiney, fairgroundy, all the sort of stuff we're interested in. Have a chat with them, and if they're up for it, let me know, and we'll sort something out, definitely. Any news on collector's lot coming to market previously mentioned? Which lot was that? There's several lots in the pipeline. Depends which lot you mean. But, just watch this space. Basically, I'm talking to several people with several collections of stuff that are coming in. Yes, there's a batch of unrestored machines coming in due course. That might be the one you meant, I should think. I think it's mostly bandits. But yeah. Paul says, don't know that one. We've stumped Paul Mitchell. Well, there we are. I am surprised. No, I don't know what it is either. I thought you would have done. Be quite a rare thing then. I don't think I got any, I don't know. Can't remember how big it was. I have to have a look back sometime. Have I put any sizes on here? No, I haven't, unfortunately. It was December 13, it was a while ago. I seem to think it was quite a reasonable size sign, like 3 foot or something, so it must have been a fair sized machine. Just by looking at the screw holes on it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screw holes top and bottom, so it's, you know, it's obviously not a sign that's that big. It must have been I seem to think it was sort of 3 foot or so wide, 2, 3 foot wide sign, something like that. But yeah, that typeface looks very kind of 70s, doesn't it? Very 70s computery kind of Tomorrow's Worldy type of thing. Probably quite an interesting thing, I should think. Okay, well, we're all intrigued now then. There's an image of the flyer for Alka Target UFO on Google. Ah, okay. I'll pinch that then later on. I'll make a note. Alpha Target UFO on Google. If I try and Google things now, it'll probably break the connection. But I'll have a look. What is it? Is it a shooter or some sort, or something? Dare I try and look it up? I might try. If the connection disappears, I'll be annoyed. All I'm getting is all I'm getting is guns and things on my one. That's probably because I'm not on Google Images. Looks like a shooting game. UFO. Oops. Oh yeah, oh, we quite like that. There we go. Futuristic realism with flying saucers speeding across the skyline. Search and destroy with the laser beam. Space age sounds marvellous. 7 foot 6.5 high, 5 foot round, weighed 660 pounds. Good grief. Looks like you sit on it and joystick it and stick your head in there. Looks great. Marvellous. There's a big old thing there. Not surprised none of those probably have survived. Right, I shall save that and I'll upload that later on. Let me stick that in there when I get round to it. Save. There's all sorts of weird things that I could spend a lifetime probably wandering around Google finding images of stuff. Interesting machines. Yes. Anyway, I'm not supposed to be looking at that. I'm supposed to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing. As you can see if there's any other pictures of it. There's a picture on Facebook. I don't do Facebook, but somebody wheeling one into the container by the look of it. Interesting. Anyway, I'll have that later on. Looks great, it does, doesn't it? It's a great, bizarre thing. Interesting. Very interesting. Interest there is now in the 60s, 70s arcade pieces. Yeah, isn't it? Yep, I had somebody come today to pick something up who has a triple tap that might be coming in. Branco triple tap, which is a good machine. I used to operate one, took good money. Don't know what one of those is. Branco, I think there's a picture on here of one. Branco triple tap, yep, one of those. Ooh, it's a really crap picture. Hopefully we'll get one in for sale, then I can take some better pictures of it. I bought one of these with no keys years ago when Dave and I had the arcade in Leamington. I think we give about 50, 60 quid for it, 60 quid I think it was. Stuck it in the arcade, still with no keys in it, on 1p. Lived in there for a few months, and when we moved out of there, but we could hardly move it, it was so heavy. And when we finally had to drill the locks out to get into it, I think it was like £200 worth of 1p's in it or something ridiculous. Took so much money, great machine. That's just, I don't know, something about it, it's just an addictive thing, people love playing it. It's quite a simple thing, but for whatever reason, they liked it. Hard to find an old penny. Yeah, ours was on new penny, 1p. But I'm sure it can be converted. I can't remember if it would be difficult to convert or not. I wouldn't have thought so. But anyway, watch this space. There might be one coming in. Yeah. There was mention of a ring vendor as well from somebody a little while ago. So I spoke to that many people, and a lot of people are way away and have, you know, over the past 6 months or so. But it's not been easy to travel, and then things kind of eased up. Then there was the whole petrol crisis thing, and hopefully we're getting vaguely back to normal-ish. And you know, some more stuff might come in. Again, this is another thing. Took money. I operated these 50p ago. Got the little crappy rings off of eBay, I think, from China for like 4p each or something daft. And just take money. Great thing. Kids love them. Yeah, I've sold a few of those. 5 of them over the years. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Let's go back over here. I had somebody look at these signs because they've I collect machines, but also got a very nice Mini. So I thought they look rather good hanging in his garage above his Mini. So yeah, interesting. We sold some like this, I think, off the same arcade or whatever years ago. Look right down the results. I think they're right down the bottom somewhere. Yeah, these ones. Back in, well, 10 years ago, look. Do not bang the machines and no bent coins, please. So the same design, same shape, same colours. So yeah, interesting. 10 years later, these two obviously off the same arcade. There you go. Funny, isn't it? Quite nice little signs, really. Good old Brenco machines. Love them. Yeah, they are good machines, aren't they? They just took. We had a few different ones operating. Wheel of Fortune, say triple tap. What else do we have operating? Can't remember. Back then, I mean, this is going back 20 years now when I was operating them, I suppose, really. Time flies, isn't it? And didn't kind of, at the time, they were just cheap, big-ish machines that just, you know, filled a gap in the arcade, as it were. And then you discovered that they sort of took money. But didn't rate them particularly as a collectible machine back then, obviously. Now people want them. And unfortunately, I haven't got any left. I sold them all. But yeah, there's a few out there somewhere. Mostly in Paul's shed, I think, but I'm sure there's a few more escaped into the wild. So yeah, I think I put some more coins up as well, didn't I, yesterday? Yeah, some more 3s and some more 6pences if anybody needs any coins. Some more pennies coming. Different years, interestingly. Let's keep an eye out for that. Somebody wants some florins, if anybody's got any for sale. How are we doing for slot machine once? Haven't had a look for a while. Any new wants on here? Don't think any new ones on here, is there? I've made the pictures a bit bigger on this page, as you've probably noticed. So it looks a bit more jazzy. Oh, yeah, excuse me. So keep an eye on that. Have you got any of those for sale, anybody? Scroll around a bit. There we are. That's a bit better. Clown. I haven't seen a clown for a long time, actually. It says 10 years ago I would not have looked at them, Brencos, yeah. But now I have a wanted list. Yep, I quite agree. They're great for operating. Paul's got 7 different ones. Well, there we are then. That's why we know where they all are. So when I get down there with my camera to make this little film, we'll get them all filmed, see what they're up to. There's a Brenco on eBay with a burnt out coil. Can't remember the name. 150 quid. Oh, right. There you go then, Peter. There's a Brenco for you. Soon stick a new coil in it, I'm sure. And make them just down the road from here. Is it one of these? I think I've only got 6 or 7 listed on here, haven't I? Where am I? I keep forgetting which button does what now on my new website. Spend that long programming it and can't remember how it works. B for Brenco. What ones have we got listed here? Again, let's have a look. Brencos. Copper Queen, Moneybank, Poker Pairs, Ring Winner, the Swinging Swing, the Triple Tap, and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, the Mint. Oh, I remember the Mint. The Mint. Is that a bit like a money bank, isn't it, I think? Is it like one of those, if I remember rightly? Am I thinking the right thing? I think I am. I suspect these operate well now as well. They might look a bit too fruit machiney for the gaming board and whatnot, but whatever they call themselves these days, the Gambling Commission. They've got quite a very retro, funky look to them now, haven't they? Not that. You're drawing the line. A few years' time, you'll regret not buying it. You were saying, if only I'd have bought that Mint. Yeah, the same as that. Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah. Yeah, I remember playing these. I was trying to remember the other day, the machine, which I seem to think was like the size of a pusher, double-sided, like a big double-sided pusher, with big dice in the top in tubes. I can't remember what they did exactly. I just vaguely remember this machine. It was in the arcade in Wells Next to Sea, Norfolk. The one at the top of, just on the corner of the harbour, where you go down to the big campsite. Can't remember what the arcade's called. So not the one on the harbour side, the one that burnt down, the one on the corner as you go down to the big campsite, Pinewoods. In there. I can't remember what the machine was called. Another one that probably doesn't exist anymore. All interesting stuff. What was I looking at? New sales, here we are. Back over here again. So yeah, there we are. Any more for any more? What time? It was 9 o'clock already. Good grief. Time flies when you're having fun. So let me know any more for any more. We'll be back, if not Sunday night as usual. I'll have a bit more stuff listed by then, hopefully. A bit more news on various things, no doubt. As I say, over the weekend, I'm here all weekend, Cambridge. If you want to come and collect stuff, drop stuff off, come and have a look at stuff, come and have a cup of tea and a chat, whatever, let me know. I'm going to be rummaging around in the shed in all the cobwebs, trying to make some space for some fairground stuff to get that sorted out and listed. There's some hoopla panels, milk churn games, there's chair playing chairs, there's some signs, little horse, there's because when I've made enough space to get it, a fantastic pay box have arrived to come over. That's over in Leamington at the minute. Beautiful thing. What else have we got? Can't remember. Stuff, lots of stuff. I'm trying to little tickets, nice little signs and tickets and things. So yeah, I need to get all that sorted out because I need to get it sold and out of the way, basically, apart from anything else. And then we can get some more stuff in. So hopefully some of that will appear over the weekend, by Sunday night. And then we can have a look at that, a chinwag on that front. And I'll have a bit more of a think, just check the diary about 21st November, so pencil that in, people. And we'll try and firm up a few details of that over the next few days as well. And then, I don't know, people who know we're going to do it, we'll think of something. Make up as we go along, like we usually do. And just go from there, really. So anything else anybody needs to know, let me know quickly, or I will bid you all farewell for this evening, and we'll catch up again on Sunday night. Just stick a little comment on the bottom here. Oops. Like so. Catch up again Sunday night. As usual. Pop that in there for now. Yeah, any problems in the meantime, do let me know, especially any issues with the website or any issues if you find out you can't log in at all. As I say, all these issues just seem to be clearing themselves naturally, gradually. It's taking a bit of time with mobile. That's only, it's annoying, but hey ho. Hopefully the site is actually, once you get in on your mobile phone, a lot easier to use now. Layout's a little bit better. There's still one or two little tweaks to do, but generally speaking, it should be easier to use on mobile, the way the menu's been redone. These, in due course, these buttons are going to be editable, so stuff you're not interested in, you can just turn them off. Something I'm going to be working on over the next few days, so you don't end up with dozens of buttons at the top of the screen. You can just toggle them back on and off if you want to, and then that will change this page as well. So you know, if you're not interested in slot machine spares, you just turn the button off here, and then slot machine spares won't appear here either. So you're not scrolling through loads of spares if you're not interested in spare parts, for example. So that should be a useful feature, I think, for people. So yeah, there we are. I'll bid you all farewell. We'll catch up again Sunday night. Let me know in the meantime if you want to come on over and or any problems, and we will go from there. Have a jolly weekend all. Hopefully the weather will stay fine, and we'll see you Sunday night. Nighty night. I'm off.